What if I told you that some of the strongest farming machines ever built didn't come from today's world of automation and electronics, but from a raw, rugged era half a century ago? The 1970s were different. No fragile sensors, no complicated electronics, just steel, horsepower, and pure mechanical muscle. And today, many farmers swear those old giants could outwork modern machines without breaking a sweat. From tractors built like tanks to harvesters that ran for decades without a single major failure, these are the 10 heavy farming machines from the 70s that were built stronger than today's high-tech equipment. Get ready, because once you see what these old beasts could do, you'll never look at modern machinery the same way again. Number 1. John Deere 443. When the John Deere 443 rolled off the assembly line in 1973, few could have predicted that it would become one of the most iconic and longest-lasting tractors in the world. Its success wasn't because it was the most powerful machine of its time, far from it. It succeeded because it was engineered during an era when machines were built strong, simple, and repairable, and the 443 embodied that philosophy perfectly. At the heart of the tractor was the 6.6-liter turbocharged diesel engine, an engine block known for its durability and ability to run under harsh conditions. Farmers pushed this tractor to the limit, running it in scorching heat, freezing cold, dusty fields and muddy bottoms, where modern electronic tractors would stall or enter limp mode. The 4430's power-shift transmission was another masterpiece of 70s engineering. Built with thick gears, beefy shafts, and straightforward hydraulics, it could take abuse for decades. Many 4430s have crossed 12,000 or even 20,000 hours with only routine overhauls, and farmers still claim that these tractors just don't quit. The machine didn't depend on computers, sensors, or fragile electronics. Everything was mechanical, easy to access, easy to fix, and almost impossible to completely kill. Farmers often repaired them in barns or fields with nothing more than a toolbox. Even today, the John Deere 44330 works full-time on thousands of farms. It's not treated as a collectible, it's still a working machine nearly 50 years after it was built. And that longevity is the ultimate proof that the 4430 wasn't just a product of its era. It was a product of genius engineering. Many farmers argue that no modern machine will ever last as long with the same level of simplicity and strength. Number 2. International Harvester 1566. The 1970s were the battleground of horsepower wars among tractor companies, and International Harvester stepped into the arena with one of the most ferocious machines ever built, the IH 1566. This tractor wasn't just strong, it was a brute. Equipped with a massive 1,066 cubic inch V8 diesel engine, it produced around 160 horsepower. But the true magic lay in how it delivered power. The 1566 generated enormous torque at low RPMs, which meant it pulled like a bulldozer even under heavy load. Farmers frequently joked that the tractor felt like it could drag a house if it needed to, and in many cases it probably could. What made the 1566 such a legend wasn't just its raw power, but its unbreakable design. The transmission housing, rear axle components, and engine block were built with durability in mind. The cast iron used in this machine was thicker than many modern tractors' frames. Farmers abused these tractors heavily, running oversized plows, dragging massive wagons, or operating in punishing conditions. And still, the 1566 rarely failed. Even if something did break, the beauty of the 1970s design was that everything was mechanical and accessible. No laptops, no software, no proprietary sensors. A mechanic with basic tools could rebuild the engine or transmission. Today, the 1566 lives on as one of the most modified pulling tractors in the sport, proving just how tough its structure really is. Many of these machines handle power levels far beyond their original specifications without cracking or bending. That level of durability is the reason why old-school farmers still say they don't build tractors like the 1566 anymore. Number 3. Massey Ferguson 135. The Massey Ferguson 135 may not have been the biggest tractor of the 70s, but it earned a reputation as perhaps the most indestructible. Built with a simple 3-cylinder Perkins diesel engine, the MF-135 produced modest horsepower, yet it became one of the most successful global tractors of all time. Its secret? a design so simple and robust that it could tolerate extreme conditions in developing nations, dusty fields, rough terrain, poor quality fuel, minimal maintenance, and still perform reliably. In many parts of the world, especially India, Africa, and South America, the MF-135 became the backbone of agriculture. Farmers overloaded it with trailers twice its recommended capacity, plowed through rock-hard soil, and operated it for long hours in extreme heat. Still, the tractor rarely complained. The Perkins engine was known for its fuel efficiency, ease of rebuilding, and incredible tolerance for abuse. The transmission was equally tough, straightforward gears, thick shafts, and a hydraulic system that rarely failed. What made the MF-135 so beloved was how cheap and easy it was to repair. Spare parts were simple, interchangeable, and available everywhere. Even today, mechanics can tear down and rebuild an MF-135 in a single day. It is not unusual to find 135s that are still running after 50-plus years, often as primary workhorses on small farms. While modern compact tractors offer more comfort, more electronics, and more features, none can match the MF-135's combination of simplicity, toughness, and near-immortal reliability. For many farmers, it remains the gold standard for what a small tractor should be. Number 4. Ford 8600. The Ford 8600 represented a shift in Ford's agricultural strategy during the 1970s. It was built at a time when farmers demanded bigger tractors to work bigger fields, and Ford delivered exactly what they wanted, a rugged machine with brute diesel power and no unnecessary complications. The 8600 carried a 401 cubic inch turbocharged diesel engine that produced around 120 to 130 horsepower, but farmers swear it performed like a machine with far more power. This was largely due to its exceptional torque curve and heavyweight frame. The 8600 quickly became known as the Blue Beast because of how reliably it handled severe workloads. Farmers used it for deep tillage, heavy disking, rain cart hauling, and pulling tasks that pushed many tractors over the edge. But the 8600 thrived under punishment. Its rear axle housings, final drives, and transmission components were designed to endure shock loads that would destroy a lighter machine. The cooling system was oversized, meaning the tractor rarely overheated even during extreme summer operations. One of the Ford 8600's most valued traits was its mechanical simplicity. It didn't rely on sensors, solenoids, or electronic fuel systems. Everything was accessible, understandable, and fixable. A farmer could replace a clutch or rebuild the injection pump himself without calling a dealership. This made the 8600 extremely popular in regions where repair infrastructure was minimal. Even today, many Ford 8600 tractors continue working daily on farms around the world. Their longevity is a testament to how overbuilt and well-designed they were during a decade when manufacturers focused more on strength than on digital complexity. Number 5. Allis-Chalmers 780. The Allis-Chalmers 780 was one of the most powerful and heavily built tractors of the 1970s, and it quickly earned a reputation as an indestructible machine capable of handling workloads far above its rating. Equipped with a 426 cubic inch turbocharged diesel engine producing up to 180 horsepower, the 780 entered the market at a time when farmers were seeking high-horsepower machines for growing row crop farms and large tillage operations. Allis-Chalmers didn't just build a big tractor, they built a mechanical monster. The 780's heavy engine block, reinforced crankshaft, thick connecting rods, and massive rear end made it nearly impossible to break. Farmers regularly hooked the tractor to oversized chisel plows, deep rippers, and massive field cultivators. Even under extreme loads, the tractor rarely faltered. Unlike many modern tractors that rely on electronic traction control and power management, the 7080 delivered pure, raw mechanical power. Another reason the 7080 gained a cult following was its ability to handle abuse with minimal maintenance. Many tractors of this era suffered from overheating or hydraulic failures under heavy work, but the 7080's cooling and hydraulic systems were oversized and built for longevity. The tractor's rugged build also made it a favorite in tractor pulling circuits. Pullers discovered that the 7080's frame and engine could handle extreme power upgrades without cracking or bending, something few modern tractors can claim. Today, many 7080s remain active on farms, not as showpieces but as dependable workhorses. Their presence is a reminder of an era when tractors were engineered with strength first and everything else second. Number 6. Steiger Tiger series. During the 1970s, when farming operations were expanding and fields were getting larger, the need for ultra-powerful four-wheel drive tractors grew dramatically. It was during this era that Steiger emerged as a true king of heavy machinery, and the Tiger series stood at the top of their lineup. These tractors weren't just big, they were engineered like industrial machines, borrowing components from mining equipment, heavy-duty trucks, and construction machinery. With oversized frames, enormous articulation joints, and massive axles, the Steiger Tigers were built to take on more than just farming. They were built for punishment. Most Steiger Tiger tractors were powered by huge Cummins or Caterpillar diesel engines, some reaching above 300 horsepower, which was enormous for the 1970s. These engines weren't designed for tractors alone. They came from semi-trucks, bulldozers, and industrial generators. That meant they were built for long hours, heavy loads, and extreme environments. On a farm, these engines were unstoppable. They could run 18, 20, even 24-hour shifts during planting and harvest seasons, and rarely did they overheat or break down. What made the Tiger series even more legendary was its mechanical simplicity. The articulating design used rugged pivot pins and reinforced structures that lasted decades without major failures. Hydraulics were straightforward and built with oversized components, making breakdowns almost unheard of. Farmers appreciated that despite its size, the tractor could be repaired with normal tools, and nearly every part was designed to be replaceable in the field. Even today, many Steigers from the 70s still perform primary tillage work on farms across North America. Their longevity is a testament to an era when machines weren't built to meet comfort standards or emissions rules. They were built to conquer the land. Number 7. Versatile 850. The Versatile 850 is often described as the most no-nonsense tractor ever built. Manufactured in Winnipeg, Canada, during the late 1970s, this tractor represented everything farmers wanted: simplicity, reliability, strength, and ease of maintenance. The heart of the 850 was the legendary Cummins 855 engine, a power plant famous for its long lifespan, low maintenance needs, and ability to deliver massive torque. Rated at around 200 horsepower, the 850 was more powerful than most tractors of its time, but power wasn't its greatest strength. Durability was. Unlike many tractors that used proprietary systems, Versatile designed the 850 using components that were widely available, easily replaceable, and designed for heavy-duty use. The articulation joint, for example, was engineered with huge pins and bushings that could endure decades of hard work without wearing out. The hydraulic system was simple, open-centered, and easy to repair, and the transmission was built from components used in commercial equipment, not fragile electronics. Farmers loved the Versatile 850 because it was the kind of machine that didn't need to be pampered. It could sit outside in harsh winters, start reliably in freezing mornings, and run through mud, heat, dust, and rough terrain without complaint. Many operators pushed it far beyond its rated limits, pulling huge tillage implements that technically belonged in a higher horsepower class. Still, the 850 handled the load with ease. Today, thousands of 85Ts continue working across the world, especially in Canada, the US, Russia, and Australia. Their longevity proves one thing: when a tractor is built with simplicity and strength instead of electronics and complexity, it becomes nearly immortal. Number 8. Case 2470 Traction King. The Case 2470, part of the iconic Traction King series, was one of the toughest four-wheel drive tractors of the late 70s. When Case designed this tractor, their engineers focused relentlessly on durability, especially in off-road and low-traction environments. It featured a massive 504 cubic inch diesel engine that delivered around 180 horsepower, but the tractor's true strength came from its incredible torque output and its heavy-duty construction. Unlike many tractors that struggled in muddy or uneven fields, the 2470 excelled in difficult terrain. Its four-wheel drive system was designed to maintain traction, even in conditions where most other machines would bog down. The frame was built with thick steel, the articulation joint was reinforced to handle constant twisting forces, and the axles were oversized to survive heavy draft loads. This gave the tractor the nickname "the Fortress on Wheels," a title earned through years of field abuse and outstanding reliability. Farmers used the Case 2470 for some of the hardest jobs imaginable: deep ripping, heavy plowing, land clearing, and pulling enormous grain carts. It was also frequently seen in areas with challenging soil conditions like clay, gumbo, or swampy fields where lighter tractors simply couldn't operate. The PTO and hydraulic systems were engineered with durability in mind, often lasting decades without requiring major repairs. One reason the 2470 remains admired today is its mechanical simplicity. There were no fragile electronics or complex control modules to maintain. Everything was built around heavy steel, mechanical linkage, and basic hydraulics. Many Case 2470s from the 70s still operate today, proving that durability when engineered properly can last a lifetime. Number 9. Heston 4800 Big Baler. In the 1970s, the Heston 4800 Big Square Baler transformed hay production around the world. Today's balers may be faster and more advanced, but they can't match the raw toughness of the 4800. Built during an era when manufacturers used heavy metal instead of lightweight alloys, the 4800 was effectively a tank disguised as a baler. It was engineered with oversized bearings, massive shafts, thick bale chamber walls, and knotters built to last for decades. This machine was designed at a time when engineers prioritized longevity over manufacturing cost. The steel components were thicker, the pickup mechanisms were reinforced, and the drive system was overbuilt to handle non-stop operation under dusty, dry, and harsh field conditions. Farmers could run thousands of bales per season, year after year, without the breakdowns that often plague modern balers loaded with sensors and electronics. What made the Heston 4800 truly iconic was its reliability. Operators frequently pushed it beyond recommended limits, baling wet hay, heavy straw, or oversized windrows, but the machine rarely jammed or suffered major failures. Its knotter system, although mechanically simple, was incredibly durable, and its bale chute rarely bent or cracked, even when producing tightly packed, heavy bales. Today, many Heston 4800 units are still used by farmers because they simply refuse to die. In fact, some modern hay producers keep them as backups because they trust a 50-year-old Heston more than a brand-new sensor-filled baler. This machine symbolizes an era when overbuilt wasn't a complaint, it was a promise. Number 10. Caterpillar 977L Loader. Although originally designed for construction and earth-moving, the Caterpillar 977L became a staple on large farms in the 70s because of one thing: it was nearly indestructible. Farmers quickly discovered that the machine, built for the brutal world of demolition and industrial work, was more than capable of performing farm tasks like manure handling, silage loading, land clearing, and feedlot work. The 977L was powered by a robust Caterpillar diesel engine known for its reliability and ability to run under extreme loads for thousands of hours. Its undercarriage was built with thick steel tracks designed to survive rocky surfaces, heavy mud, and constant abrasion. Compared to modern loaders, which rely heavily on electronics and lightweight materials, the 977L was engineered with durability as its primary goal. On farms, this machine could push manure for hours, load silage day after day, and survive rough operators who treated it more like a bulldozer than a loader. The hydraulic system was oversized, capable of lifting heavy loads without overheating. Its frame rarely cracked, and its bucket linkage was reinforced to withstand constant lifting and dumping. Many 977Ls from the 70s are still used daily on farms because their mechanical systems are simple and their parts are built to last. While modern machines may offer more luxury and fuel efficiency, they cannot match the 977L's reputation for longevity. This machine stands as a reminder that when something is built to survive construction abuse, it becomes nearly immortal on a farm. Those were the forgotten giants of the 70s. Machines built with one mission: work hard, last long, and never quit. Even today, decades later, many of them are still running in fields across the world, proving that strength isn't always about technology. Sometimes it's about craftsmanship, durability, and old-school engineering. So tell me, which one of these legendary machines impressed you the most? If you enjoyed this journey into farming history, hit the like button, subscribe, and drop a comment below. And if you want more videos about tough old machines, farming legends, and forgotten engineering marvels, you know what to do. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay curious, stay inspired, and keep those engines running.